response. Please welcome her to the stage.
To all our friends, families, our teachers and staff, good evening, and thank you for being here. To the illustrious, cohesive Fort Street graduating class of 2019, welcome to the end of the beginning. I'm honoured to be speaking tonight on your behalf, and I hope that I can do you proud. Before I proceed with the goal of making everyone in this room ball, there are some significant people who must be acknowledged. First, I'd like to thank all the parents in the room for allowing such brilliant, inquisitive and good-natured kids to collide and thrive in the whirlpool that has been Fort Street High School. Without your unconditional love and support, none of us would be here. Next are all the teachers who educated us over the years and taught us to think critically and creatively, to dare to dream and to fight for what we believe in, even if sometimes that translated into rebelling against them and ending up in detention. Miss Morrison, who immersed herself in the fort for several decades and generated so much of the welcoming and encouraging atmosphere that we took for granted in Year 7. Mr. Stefano, who was very much our warrior and protector in disguise and backed all our dreams and hopes and innovations. Our lovely principal, Miss McMurray, who in the short time she has been here has proved that she is willing to reinvent, reinvigorate and give all of herself to the school and its students. Who has made certain over the past few years that every step we took was one that we would be proud of, and who broke my heart when he said that he couldn't be here tonight. Miss Propsting, our rhapsodic deputy year advisor, who unfailingly had a kind word and a contagious joy even in our darkest moments. And the man of the hour, our exceptional year advisor, Mr. Hazelvine, who always believed in us, even when we didn't believe in ourselves. Thank you, sir. Thank you for being our tireless champion for the past 6 years. I know that many of us wouldn't be where we are today without you, and there are no words to express how grateful we are for that. Thank you. For a few weeks, I've been scouring old photos, diary entries, anything I could get my hands on to find the inspiration to sum up our high school experience in one speech. A diary entry from the 15th of February 2014 caught my eye. It begins, "Everyone is so short." That line didn't age so well, but I digress. My year advisor is obsessed with Pokemon. I don't know anyone. How am I meant to make it through high school? I already want this to be over. Which is ironic, because presently I wish this moment would last a lifetime. Words cannot capture the enormity of my feelings towards each and every one of you, which has accumulated over the years, but perhaps, despite them being far from my forte, numbers can. From our first day at Fort Street up until tonight, 2,066 days have passed. That's 49,584 hours, 2,975,040 minutes, 2,975,040 minutes that we spent making each other laugh and smile, pepping each other up or psyching each other out, crying out in joy, frustration or sadness. We rose together, each beat of our wings providing the wind for the others to soar. Sometimes flying a little too close to the sun, but unlike Icarus, we had scores of people to break our fall, 304 hands to catch and hold us tight, 152 voices to say, yeah, I didn't study either. Those 337 days of Year 7 at once feel within reach, and as if they happened to a previous reincarnation of me. They were marked by class pride, with the elitism of 7F the natural foil to the easiness of 7I, and 7O, 7R&T caught somewhere in the middle. No one really knew them. We were united only through the torturous experience of the beep test, unless you happen to be incredibly blonde and quick on your feet, in which case I swear you beat the beep test. Otherwise, we were too busy becoming playwrights in drama with our absurd fairy tale adaptations, or bursting into tears in our first music lesson with J.O., unaccustomed to his enviable intensity and passion, or interviewing each other about the most minute details of our lives in preparation for our day in the life of Fortuné assignments. To really even consider that this night would be an eventuality. Tonight, there are 152 Fort Street graduates sitting before me, far less wide-eyed but far more terrified than we were when we sat here 2,066 days ago. But not everyone made it through with us, and we must pay tribute to the fallen. Those who left us to sit in the lap of luxury or participate in the most academically rigorous school environments. Let us not forget Mr. Morrison's rousing email sent 757 days ago entitled Year 10, Changing Schools, which foreshadowed a grave future for the leavers that year with the sentiment, even if we think that you are making a mistake that you will come to regret, we wish you all the best. Those that left will forever remain in our hearts, but those that replace them are just as deeply entrenched. Once a Fortian, always a Fortian, whether you were here for a week in Year 7 or burst onto the scene in Year 11. The scary part about change, taking leaps of faith off of this platform that we've been given, is that it is uncertain. Going out there into the unknown is such a fearsome concept that it has stopped so many before in their tracks. There are multitudes of opportunities missed, risks untaken, friendships not forged, and things not created simply because of a fear of the unknown. But without taking risks, without acting upon your impulses and doing things that could be considered insane or incomprehensible, we would never achieve anything good. I would never have met the astounding, breathtaking group of friends that I have now if I hadn't have been willing to take a chance. And my life would be so much more dull and grey without all of you. On January the 1st, 2019, I wrote, "Tomorrow is not a certainty, so why concern yourself with it when reality is playing out right in front of your eyes?" Somehow, right in front of my eyes, we grew up. And I most certainly did not notice, wrapped up in all the concerns that the HSC year brings. At some point in these past 268 days, the class of 2019 ceased to be the children that I met on January 29th, 6 years ago, and instead of flourished into the vibrant adults I see seated before me. And yet again, words cannot describe the welling pride and hope that threatens to burst from my heart at this very moment. For whether we're old friends, or weren't aware of each other's existence until this year, whether we lost touch after Year 7, or just never really connected, we all made it through, together. For the next 80-something years, unless humanity is wiped out by climate change, I know that I'll be seeing the class of 2019 cropping up all over the globe, whether it be as the next Prime Minister of Australia, Aidan Elliot-Pollock, a performer in the Cirque du Soleil, the next captain of the Australian field hockey team, or a Tony Award-winning director, London's top surgeon, or a scientist discovering the key to immortality. I've spent the better part of 6 years surrounded by young people in pursuit of a better world, of happiness, of freedom, people who are unafraid to be idiosyncratic and original, whose every outward interaction is genuine and compassionate, and who filled my life with colours that I could never have dreamed of. People talk of looking back on your high school years with rose-coloured glasses, aggrandising your past. I'm going to be looking back on the absolute kaleidoscopic chaos that you created and filled with joy and kindness and simply the most vivacious, diverse and whole people that I have ever met. Romanticisation unnecessary, and there is absolutely nothing that I could be more inspired by or more thankful for. In a time and at an age where sometimes I feel as if all agency has been stripped from me, you, my graduating class of 2019, made the grass seem far greener on our side, and you give me hope for a brighter, more interesting reality. At this moment, the only uncertainty is that in 30 seconds I will finish my speech, and soon after, this night will end, and we will all walk out that door. What lies beyond is unknown, but whilst that thought shakes me to my very core, I feel buoyant with the belief that each and every one of us will leave this world better and more colourful than we found it. So now, for the last time, let us end with a quote. From Creed Bratton on season 9 of The Office. No matter how you get there, or where you end up, human beings have this miraculous gift to make that place home. To the class of 2019, you made this place my home. So this isn't really a goodbye.